And they're talking about different, potential things like jet skis in the lakes, and they're waiting to release the jetpacks until they come up with. Well, there's going to be some sort of competitions available with the jetpacks for people to earn points, scores. That was the kind of stuff they were talking about before I jumped off.
Did you see the message that Zuckerberg put out yesterday?
Which one?
The one about him. They're creating, their own meta.
Oh yeah, the currency.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it sounds very insular in that, it's not going to integrate, as far as I can tell, with normal DeFi.
Yeah.
It'll be, they're trying to create everything in the Facebook style,
Right.
or forcing you into using, within Facebook whatever they say goes, and it's further evidence that sort of Meta don't really understand what Meta is. that's the feeling.
The irony.
Yeah.
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 But I don't.
Well,
think that.
somebody had asked, I'm looking for it now. Somebody had pasted that post, MetaPay, and digital wallet for the metaverse, yada yada. So Antonio had posted in the AMA chat asking that question, like regarding this, what if the meetings that San has had with Meta, if he can share any more information about whether that will impact the multiverse and et cetera, et cetera. So hopefully they will address that. It didn't happen before I left.
I can't see that he's going to address that at all, because it's a very touchy subject, and if it doesn't interact with the actual crypto universe, it's not a digital currency. It may well be.
No.
It's a voucher system at that point within Facebook.
Yeah.
I know it says, I think I'm reading it right now, that it says, you should sign into any metaverse experience, and everything you've bought and sold be right there. There's a long way to get there, but this kind of interoperability, whatever that word is, will deliver much more better experiences for people in larger opportunities for creators. What he's trying to say is, well, we're going to create our own cryptocurrency within Facebook, but it doesn't integrate with the rest of the world. And
So it's not cryptocurrency then?
no, it's their halfway house. We know they had a go at it before and got shot down. MetaPay and digital wallet for metaverse. It's like, do they not understand that the metaverse is Web3? In 5 years' time, we won't call it the metaverse. We will call it the internet, as in the next version of the internet, Web3, not the metaverse. I know Meta, like they've called themselves Meta, and the metaverse is, the layman's word for what the web will turn into in the future. But I don't think maybe Mr. Zuckerberg does think he can own the internet, and he is going to be that evil behemoth, corporate giant that thinks it can own everything, like the people in Ready Player One. And by the way, if anybody's listening to this and you haven't seen the film Ready Player One, please go and watch it, because you'll understand what I'm talking about. But you'll see, corporate giant tries to control metaverse in the future. It doesn't work. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it washes out. Really quick update. We've had more conversations with the Infiniverse and with San Shepard. Those negotiations are ongoing. I can't give any more details at this point, because it would actually disadvantage our position to tell anyone where we think. Well, I don't want information getting into certain channels that could then lead to speculation and create, not FUD, but create people making their own assumptions, and then some people may get wrecked off the back of it, which is not what we want. And we do still only want people in this project at this point, and I say at this point, who are not the moon boy / pump and dumpers. That comes in the future when we explode into much bigger audiences and much more visibility with a lot more people, and that's what then sustains the growth and gets accelerated growth. We don't want people coming in. At the moment, we've only got like 1,000 holders. I wish we had 1 million holders. 1,000 holders. That means obviously you guys are very early, but if we do get people coming in with very, very big, if you get the whales coming in, that doesn't help you at this stage of the project, because as we've still got very low liquidity, somebody coming in like that, and if it moves, I've seen other projects get wrecked by doing that sort of thing. So however nice it would be to see the price of the token spiking massively, that doesn't help us in the next couple of months while we're planning the comedy festival and the next stage of growth. So I had a meeting myself with Billy Summers. He's a really big comedian in the US. Spent an hour with him yesterday on Zoom with him and his management. There's an opportunity for them to come in and bring, well, he's talking about an initial 12 comedians and a lot more to follow, but they'd all be big names. That is also being negotiated, but again, can't announce anything until such time as it's signed and sealed and we've come to an agreement with them. The biggest thing we've got on the table at the moment is there's an opportunity for a meet-up. Andy, the event that Mark's talking about, what was the exact date and location?
The exact date is the 8th to the 10th of July at the Las Vegas Convention Center.
So we are
the Metaverse Expo 2022.
So that Metaverse Expo, they're expecting about 6,000 people there. We are not attending, Andy and I, because the market conditions at the moment don't dictate that it's worth spending several $1,000s to fly over for 3 days, and it's going to be, well, we don't know how that would go. We did want a speaking slot. If we could have got a speaking slot, yes, we would have gone absolutely. But to fly over and have a stand, some of the feedback has been that it's okay to do that, but you're not going to get the full benefit unless you get to speak on stage, which is what we want to be able to do fundamentally. But we are going to say to people, we're going to organise a community meetup for those of you guys that are able to get to Vegas. Mark, Antoine, Domingo, and some of the others are hopefully going to organise that. So look, if you've got the ability to get to Vegas for those dates, we will. Again, we haven't set in stone what that is. It was discussed in the mods meeting about an hour ago. So we are going to see if we can get that as an event for the community, and some of you guys that if you want to get a T-shirt printed up with your Jungle Cat on it, let us know. We'll pay for the print and the T-shirt, and if you're going to go, then you can meet up with some people there. We'll put a QR code on the back of those shirts, and as it's a Metaverse conference, we would hope that we would be one of the only projects there that's actually already delivering in the Metaverse. And if people are clicking on the QR code, we're going to create a piece of content and a video and some more information, not just take people to the website. We will create a special landing page for those people to experience what the Joke Project is and get them into our community. So, let us know if you're able to be in the area. It would be really interesting, and we know we've got a few people going already, and you can meet up with some of the other people that are already involved in the project. So let us know on that. We will post it as an official announcement that that's happening as soon as we know what dates and who's going and who to contact, and we'll probably actually create a little WhatsApp group for, so you don't have to come back to Discord all the time to find out what's going on. We will obviously keep it updated in these AMAs, But it's not to say it might just end up at 3 or 4 people, but hopefully, we may well get more, and we'll see how we go. Anything else we need to add in, Andy?
I don't think so, Simon. It's just one of those weeks where there's been a lot of confidential conversations. Hopefully, we'll have a load more nifty shows coming. We've been talking to the guys there, and Katie's organising that as we speak. We've got some old replays going in the clubs while we've had this little lull and gap. Hopefully there'll be a lot more coming on. I know Antoine's not on here, but we need to chase up Antoine on a couple of other bits as well. Speaking to Dom next week, I've messaged him over the next stages with him. So, yeah, I think that's about it, Simon. There's not tons, really.
Yeah, it's, obviously VR at this time of year it's not the best for VR at this time of year, just because it's summer and people are out doing summer type activities. This was one thing that was discussed with the guys in the multiverse, but it does give us the opportunity now to really start building the footprint even bigger, getting those relationships going with other comedians, clubs. Have we got that? Have we nailed that meeting down with Gotham yet, Andy? Do you know?
No, because I've got to update the deck with Alec on Monday, and then he's going to get it over to them and line a meeting up.
Yeah.
Hopefully it can happen within the next sort of 7 days.
So, look, the opportunity is to run that festival as well, run events coming up to that, build the payment gateway. We will have our NFT marketplace launched very shortly. The first you guys will know about that is when we stick an announcement in Discord that it's up. You'll be the first to see it, but that's going to give an opportunity for comedians to come on and obviously make revenue. We've got some people lined up that should be able to put their content on there straight away. So one, it will give you an opportunity of somewhere to trade the Jungle Cats. I heard some people, there were some people in the chat talking about OpenSea, and while we're on here, I'm just going to check the AMA live chat as well, but while we're on here, if you have got some questions at all, either put your hand up or type them into the AMA live chat, and I'll see if I can answer those while we're going on. But that NFT marketplace will be up. Well, I don't know exactly the day, Andy. I'm not going to say a day because you know how things slip occasionally, but Domingo was saying that it's all just about there. It just needs testing, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so the platform's built, the branding's on it. It could go live. It could go live very shortly. So
it could do, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll keep you guys updated as soon as that goes live. We would like some people to beta test it because you know however much you do test these things prior to them going live, there's always something that comes out and some bugs in the machine, but. Well, touch wood, there won't be, but we shall see. But it's anything that's on there can be ironed out because the dev team are all over that now.
I've just messaged actually Simon for to remind me.
He's going to update you. So the other thing is Meta Landlords. There is an AMA booked for next Thursday, i.e. a week from today, 10 p.m. UK, which is, I believe, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. That AMA, we would like as many people who want to get involved in the project as possible at founders level to please come and attend that AMA. It will be recorded if you can't make it, but there is a massive opportunity there with, and again I'll be careful what I say, but with the guys in the Infiniverse and the Multiverse, along with obviously other metaverse projects that we're talking to, for that project to put a footprint down very quickly and make a big splash. So I'm trying very hard to pull that all together over the next week. You will see it advertised on Night, through the Night ecosystem, through their partner projects. So there's loads of their partner projects. Nick Peterson is a founder in that project along with ourselves. and Domingo, and Nick is really excited. The challenge we've got is getting that launched properly in this market will be a challenge. But those people that come into it, it is set up at the right time in the market to get a massive run up during the next bull run. I saw a tweet earlier from Alex Becker that I then sent on immediately to Domingo for the fact that he's building the King of Kings game at the moment. And Alex Becker tweeted earlier, gaming crypto's down literally 95% on most coins. Gaming and metaverse crypto will be a multi-trillion dollar market cap industry. It is literally a 50x to 100x from this point, and we are nowhere near the bottom yet. Easiest generational wealth ever. And I know he's talking currently a lot about Neo Tokyo, but a lot of the other projects that are getting built, and you can class, for example, the Infiniverse as a gaming. You can't class it as a crypto yet. There will be, as far as I'm concerned, elements within it that are NFT'd, which then brings it into DeFi. It is clearly Web3 because it's where the future of the web is getting built, and a hub for communities within the future web is getting built. And that vision is a long way different to what Meta have, and that's the chasm that I think they are going to have to cross, as in Meta will have to cross at some point, and the whole world will have to, all the people that are outside DeFi, outside of what we would call the future of social media and the future of the web, those building blocks are what the Infiniverse and the other decent real metaverse projects are actually building. I do like to occasionally give a tip for some tokens to have a look out for. We were talking to one of the major devs on several. He devs a lot of very successful projects. There's a token called Engine. I don't know whether, if you haven't seen it, check it out. Do your own research as always. But looking at the way they look at the future of the metaverse, the way gaming, social, the web will develop, that is quite an early, it's an early opportunity to get into one of the big, what could be one of the massive projects that, like I talk about Phantom a lot, as a chain, Phantom being at 25 cents or wherever it is today. Again, I've not checked today, but I think Engine is at about 50 cents, and it could be one. Well, the words of the dev today were, I expect that to be $10, $20, $30 very easily next year. So, worth a little tickle or a punt if anybody's, minded to just put a little tiny bit of dry powder that way. I do personally, for transparency's sake, I do hold some Engine. I'm not touting it because I'm a whale in it or a big bag holder. I think I literally have a few hundred, but just a few hundred coins of the right one. And look, my strategy is I just hedge my bets, look for the best projects, and invest small amounts here, there, and I will get some winners that way, albeit over the long term. One of the things I am going to do is say to people, be very careful what you are reading online at the moment, because I am seeing massive, when I say massive amounts of scams going on all over Facebook, which, well, one thing that Zuckerberg should be clamping down on. I know he doesn't clamp down on anything, including racism, hate speech, fraud, scams, anything, but the amount of scams that are in Facebook at the moment that are there designed to pull your money out of your crypto wallets is growing exponentially, because they know that everybody is looking in this market at the moment. Loads of people are just sat there doing nothing, right, waiting for the market to turn around or looking for the good projects to invest in, and there are very, very few of them. So the scammers are taking this opportunity to put things in front of you which say, for example, earn 6 USDT a day for nothing, right? And people go, oh, how do I do that? Or mine 0.05 Bitcoin a day with no investment, right? Anything you see like that is complete bullshit and is a scam. And what those guys are doing is, one, they're either saying to you, oh, your initial investment is only $500, or if you say no to that, oh, it's only $100, right? Well, you're never going to see that money ever again. Or the other thing they'll do is they will ask you to download a wallet that they will pay you. They'll pay your earnings into X wallet. Just download this wallet, we'll pay you into that. Now, if you download that wallet, the chances are it's a browser plugin, and it's going to allow them to get access to your data, and your wallets are also installed, if it's MetaMask, on the same Chrome extension or whatever. So be super careful, right? Be warned, because I'm seeing loads of these every single day. If I see them on Facebook, I do comment, scam, watch out, right? But we know how people's mindsets are, and they're in this point of like, right, people are addicted to, I need to be pressing buttons, I need to be making money, right? Why am I not making money at the moment? Well, look, just be patient, be careful, and just watch out for any frauds. Someone's just asked which engine coin is it. Let me just grab you the correct DEX link. 2 seconds. Just going to be careful while I get this right. Right, it's the one that's got 162,000 holders. I'll put a link into the AMA chat. So it's this one. It's down at 49 cents at the moment. It's one that the dev was saying, look, he's very confident in it. It's not one that I've done tons of research on in the past. As I say, it is one that I hold because it's one that I think probably Alex Becker recommended it in the past, and a lot of what he talks about does go a long way. You have to sort of read between the lines. This is the other thing that you guys want to be careful of, is being careful that you be careful what you digest, I will say, because when I'm again reading Facebook or Twitter, there are hundreds and hundreds of comments. Now, take for example a post that says Bitcoin, we expect to see $13,000 price. Now, below it, there's 200 or 300 comments, and if you start reading those comments, you have no clue who those people are. Literally no clue. You have no way to know what their motivation is. You have no idea what they are reading and what they're actually thinking, or whether they're even intelligent. Let's put it that way. So, but the point I'm trying to get across to you is, if you read 100 comments that say Bitcoin's going up, it's going to the moon, and this applies to any token, right? You read these 100 comments and 90% of them say it's going up. That may well convince you to buy it. Even though, would you go and stand in a group of strangers that you've never even met and take their advice? And that's what you've got to be careful of. But the interesting thing for me is to watch the market sentiment. Like, obviously I'm in crypto like 90% of the day, reading stuff, looking at charts, looking at other coins, obviously working hard on our own project as well. And as our project is built on BNB, looking at what BNB is doing. And a lot of that depends on market sentiment. We only need a couple of bit of bad news for the market to go further down. You have to ask yourself, currently, do you see any really good news? There's also the Putin factor to consider, and the fact that global interest rates and a lot of countries are struggling. right? And a lot of people are struggling, and a lot of people, particularly in the UK, and I'd imagine it's reasonably similar in the US, the cost of living is rising and going way past what people are earning. So ask yourself, is there a lot more money to come into the space currently? And do we need to see a bull run come in? That is my personal opinion. I think the market's probably going to trade sideways for the next couple of months, and we as a project are looking at September for when the real big movements come for VR uptake, what we're going to drop into the Infiniverse at that point, and the real big names to come in. We are planning on bringing a few of these guys in over the next few weeks, like Billy Summers that I was talking to yesterday. I'm going to give him a tour around and take him into the Infiniverse next week. He does get crypto, and he does understand what the power of a network like his can do for us. So negotiating a deal like that, which we are at the moment, makes sense. But equally, it doesn't make sense for us to go and give away chunks of tokens to somebody like that, because I've seen a lot of projects that go and give away tokens for influencer input, and what tends to happen is those influencers, they take their tokens, they do their thing, the token pumps, and then they exit with part of your liquidity or part of the people they've brought in. So we have to be very careful how we expand the reach while not putting any danger in the price of the token, or not bringing people into the project who don't believe for now. Okay, so that's where we're at with that. I found a couple of really interesting tools this week. I'll share a couple of them into the AMA chat. Here's one which is called BitQuery. Let me just see if I can get it to come up now. I'm just going to drop it into the live chat section. So this is BitQuery. It's useful because it allows you to explore all the different chains, and you can go and look at how particular wallets and smart contracts interact with each other. I will be giving some lessons on this sort of thing, and I'm going to explain where those are going to be. The other one, let me just find it. I've got too many things in history and it's not letting me get down to it. 2 seconds. Yeah, the other one is Baby Whale. It's not coming up. That might help if I was on the right website. 2 seconds. Yeah, Baby Whale Club. I'm just going to share this one as well. So this one that I'm just dropping in the chat now, that one lets you look at what all the big whales are doing in crypto. So it lets you see what they hold. It lets you see where they're moving, which tokens the big guys are holding. So you can actually dive into the top 5,000 wallets on any particular chain, which is really interesting. If you've got the time to spend in there, that is, like I do. But anyway, it was really interesting for me to look at how many people, for example, were still holding SHIB. How many people, were where money's moving. So it's interesting. I don't know whether I can see Artie's Love is typing at the moment. I don't know whether she's available to go. Yeah, I see you've just come from the Multiverse AMA. You may just want to come we're actually going to make an event around the Vegas NFT and Web3 multiverse event. Andy, what's the exact title of it? Because I keep losing it.
I just hold on. I've minimised it again, Simon. The Metaverse Expo 2020 at the Las Vegas Convention Center on July the 8th to the 10th.
So we are going to have some people.
Could you put that link in the AMA chat as well, please?
Yeah, drop that one in, Andy. We can put it out in the announcements as well. But we are going to have people going to that event. Not us, unfortunately, but hopefully we'll get some of our other holders to have a little bit of a community meet up, which will be good. But we'll keep the community informed who's going, where they're going, when they're going to meet up. We are going to try and get some T-shirts printed up with Jungle Cats on them, QR codes, maybe some flyers. But it's all getting discussed this week and will be announced next week. Anything else we've got to cover off, Andy?
No,
No.
That's it. I think it's important that also people understand that a lot of that work as looking at the markets is because we have to try and understand for our own projects what's going on, and it's no good just hiding away from it. So, we have to do lots of different types of works to support this project, not just going into the multiverse or doing Discord. There's a lot of moving parts to running a project like this.
But this has been streamed. It has been streamed onto all of our channels. It will be available as soon as we click off of this as a live. Well, it's on a live stream right now, but if anyone wants to go back and watch the start of this, you can do. As always, appreciate you all coming. If you've got questions, please do put them into the chat, and we'll update everybody again on Monday. So have a good weekend, everybody.
Yeah. Cheers, guys. Thank you.